Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update on Bitcoin and Litecoin. We're going to be starting with Bitcoin today. You guys, right now Bitcoin's at $12,059. We're up 5.18%, and we're coming up to some crucial areas that I really want to zoom in and pay attention to with y'all. There's some stuff that if we don't get over a key resistance area, we potentially could have a nice little fall back into some different areas that we're going to be looking at here. So I want to get into all this, guys. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you being here with me today. We're going to talk to see if in the macro, if this is just a bull trap or if this is going to continue on here. We're going to continue with these higher lows and continue to make a move and break through this blue overhead resistance that we've been looking at, guys. I'm going to get into some of my target areas as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to start on the 4-hour chart here. We may even work into the 1 hour, just really looking at these patterns. But what I like to see here is that the higher lows, they're still intact. And also, we want corrections and we want consolidation. We don't want anything that's just going to go straight up like it did in 2017, guys, because if anything goes straight up like that, it's going to be coming straight back down. We want to build these nice higher highs and higher lows where we're just bouncing back and forth and we're really building nice support levels, because remember, we want old resistance to become new support. That's the key. So we're going to dig into all this here. All right, guys, so on the 4-hour chart right now, what I wanted to point out to you here is we're back up above our blue macro downtrend that we've had. Okay, so you see this right here? This has been our downtrend, because what we've been having there is lower highs. And what we did here, when we broke out of it, we came up and we actually had what's called a 5% failure here. And we ended up getting to around that 12,358. And then we fell back down. And what we fell to was this red line. This is our uptrend that I'm paying close attention to right now. You can see we wicked down through the 21 EMA there. This has been a lot of support for us here. So what we're doing is looking to see if this will hold. But now, where I said that crucial area is coming up to, where we had this 5% failure, we bounced off this red line now, set that nice higher low. And what we're trying to do is come back up. We need to get over top of this previous high that we had at 12,328, because if we see another rejection off that, then most likely we can come back down. We're going to start testing this red trend line again. And if we break through that, guys, a potential buy area that I'm going to look at there, if we're seeing something good going on and we're seeing some good volume coming in, and like right here you're seeing the 50 moving average crossing over our 200-day moving average, so that's a good thing there on the 4 hours. But I'd start looking at this area around 10,990 if we are to start dropping down through there. If that area doesn't hold around that 200, that's going to be around 10,689. Then I'd start looking down here to this 100-day moving average as well, and that's going to be around $10,300. So those are some of the areas to the downside. Now to the upside, if we get over top of this and this move follows through, guys, and we get this nice cross here of the moving averages and we're moving up and we can close up above that 12,328, then we're looking at around 13,156. That's definitely in play. That's going to be a key area in there. And what you can see here on the 4-hour, do you see all these wicks? Do you see how we got rejected 4 times? Guys, typically when you see that rejection there and we had the stochastic cross to the downside, see that? That would have been a time to potentially leave your trade. And what I like to do is work through the 1 hour and the 4 hour as well and really play, like right here would have been a trend line break. Could have made a little move to the upside, but I like to play in shorter here because there is so much volatility in Bitcoin. It's nice to be able to get in there and work and really play these trends, and you can see how the trends change. So right now on the 4 hour, you can see this trend is up. Just like that, because of these higher lows. It's beautiful. Now what we had up here though, this little 5% failure, we had tweezer tops there. So we saw rejection twice and then we fell back down. And our real bodies, they stayed up above this 21 EMA there, which I really like to watch. 21 EMA is a good one. But I do like to see increased volume coming in right now. That's a good thing, and it looks like we potentially could get that stochastic cross, but we're going to have to pay attention to that, really keep an eye on it as we continue to move up here. Because, guys, sometimes you see over here is a good example where you can look like you're going to get that cross, and you come up and you start bouncing back down. So we really want to watch that as well, but it's good that we're getting the cross on good volume with nice candle formations coming out of it right now. So we're going to go and see if we can get up to around that 12,328 and see if we can get a close up above that today so we can get back up above this blue trend line. That's going to be crucial for us. Now, if we bounce into the 1 hour, our stochastic RSI here is at 100 and 100, and what you're seeing here is a longer wick. So the bears were pushing us down here and the bulls were taking some profits. They're taking some money off the table there. And guys, you can see how we're probably right now around $200 or so from our previous top where we had all those wicks. We really need to get back up above that, and what we're going to see is if this is a wave formation coming out of here. If this was our 1, here's our 2. If this is going to be our 3 wave, we come back, set a 4 and then a 5 potentially for higher. We're going to see if that plays out or if we stay up above these moving averages as well. But what I really don't want to see, I do want to get up above that 12,328 because I don't want to get a lower high there, and then we start working down through those lower highs. And guys, it's all about the higher highs and higher lows. We're just looking at these trends. Remember, we want to chase trends. We're trend chasers. You see that even on the short term here. Do you see how it reversed right here? And you could probably even put a trend line on this, guys, just to give you an example of things here. So when we had that break right there, look at that move to the upside. So these are the things that I like to play. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin, guys. We need to get up above 12,328, and then to the downside there, we need to defend this red trend line. It's going to be very important for us, and you can see right here starting to get into that overbought territory on the 1 hour. So we're going to see if we do start to have some pullback or some retracement before we potentially move higher, if that's going to be the case. All right, guys, we're going to get into Litecoin next here. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you like that, I'm putting Bitcoin and Litecoin together. Let me know. Alright, so Litecoin right now is at $93.36. And what we're seeing with Litecoin, which I was talking to you guys about last night, now that I'm on my computer, I can show you a little better. This has been the channel that we've been working in for quite a while. Do you see? Look at the tops up here. Right, so that's around that 103.72, and then we were bouncing down, and we've hit several times this 86.38, and we've just been chopping back and forth in this channel. Even this false break that we had came up out of the channel, and then we came back to the middle of it. So right now we're working this channel between 103.72 and 86.38. What I'm also paying attention to is this blue trend line. Right here, like I said, guys, I'm huge on trend line breaks. So right now we're still having those higher lows just slightly, and we're going to see if now we can come out of there and come up here and test this 200-day or 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which is going to be important that we get up above that. If we can get up above that, we'll continue with this trend change, because what we're trying to do is change the trend on the short term here, right? So this has been our downtrend right there. Now we're trying to change that with these higher lows that are coming in. But we don't want it to be something like this. Do you see this? Why I drew that trend line? So if we take our line here, take a look at this, guys. Okay? So a little bit almost like one of those bear flags. But look, when we broke down through that, look how big of a fall that is. So if this here turned into what, the same deal that we had over here, and we broke down and fell, then we would be looking down to this yellow trend line. This yellow trend line is my main trend line that I've talked with you all about that really needs to hold. This is our uptrend right here. Okay, so we can be in this short-term downtrend like we're in now, then you can start changing it like we're looking at here. Guys, trends move from short, intermediate to longer term, and that's what you want to look at. Just like here, overall, our macro for this that's been about 8 months now has been up. But these little times like you had here, they were short-term downtrends. And that's what we're trying to figure out here, if we're getting out of this or if it's going to be another break to the downside. So that's why I'm paying such close attention to these channels and this blue trend line that I'm looking at right there. So now what I want to do is get into some of the indicators with you on Litecoin here. And let's zoom in a little bit. So remember, we're on the 4-hour chart. We're getting a stochastic cross right here at the bottom. We're at 7.34 and 618, so we are oversold, which is a good thing. And what we're going to do is try to make a move out of here, guys. And what we need to do is get up above these moving averages, the 50 and the 21 EMA there. And right now we're wicking up to it a little bit, and we're seeing some rejection. So we're just going to really have to watch this. That's why I said with Litecoin right now, we're just waiting for the break. I mean, we could go anywhere from $70, $76 or so, and that's to the downside, or to the upside, we could be looking up in this area. We'll call it 114, 115, all the way up to 125. And maybe that could be the new channel, because what we're doing is just working in these channels. So guys, that's what I've been spending a lot of time trying to do, is just identify these trends. And like I said, I'll start in on even the 15-minute chart, work out to the 1-day chart, the 1-hour chart, and then I'll go to the 4-hour chart, then I'll go to the 1-day chart, and then the 1 week, and just keep working my way back. and really looking at it from a longer perspective. And that's what I'm going to do with you right now. So this is on the 4 hour, right? And we're in that oversold territory. So we're going to see if we can get a bounce up here, come up here and challenge that 200 moving average. Want to pay attention to that. Next here, we're going to bounce out. Let's go to the 8 hour, see what it's looking like. Okay, get there, guys. On the stock, we're at 5.84 and 20. So that's a good thing here as we're holding those higher lows. We don't want to be at the very top, if that makes sense right now. We don't want to be at 100 and 100 trying to make a move out of here. There'd be greater odds that we'd fall to the downside because we were overbought. Now let's go out to the 1 day. All right, so the 1 day now, our stock's at 59 and 62 here. Okay, so let's see what the candle is looking like. All right, guys, and that is that false break. Do you see that? Where we just came up, and that really long wick, that was going to show that the next couple days would probably be down days, and that's what we're experiencing because we saw a lot of rejection. So the bulls are looking at it and saying, okay, we couldn't get over that 103, right? And now the bears are trying to capitalize on that. And guys, today we saw some rejection. We tried to get up to about that 94.54, and we saw rejection. So now what I'm doing is just really paying attention to this blue trend line. That's going to be key for us in this 200-day moving average. If we lose the 200-day moving average, guys, then it's down to this yellow trend line. But I do not want to see us start getting trapped below this 200-day moving average because we've been up above it now, let's see, since February 16th. So to go back below that, we could really start having that act as strong overhead resistance for us, and that's the last thing that we want. We want Litecoin to break out of this channel as we've been bouncing in between this channel. We got to start making a move here, guys, pretty soon. So we're just going to continue to watch to see how tight the candles are getting and what's happening as we're chopping in this little equilibrium that we're having. Equilibrium is where you're going just up and down here, guys, and we're just going to wait to see upside or to that downside. So if you like these videos, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I just want to show you what I'm looking at. I'm also looking at some different stocks, things like that. And I can mention that to you guys, but these are a lot of the coins that I take a look at through there. And then there's some of the stocks that I'm looking at. And what I like to do with the stocks more so is just day trade them. I like to get in and out, try to capitalize on 4 or 5%, and just try to build a small account. That's what I'm looking to do because I want to learn this stuff. And with trading and all this, guys, it takes years to learn. So paper trading's the best, and what I like to do is just small trades with small amounts of money because you put some on the line as opposed to just paper trading. So you want to win and you want to be successful and you want to do your best, as opposed to paper trading. You could take riskier plays, but you know, that's what you want to do, paper trade, and then just do small trading like I'm trying to do now, really learn this stuff. So I'm no professional, but I'm trying to do the best that I can, and I hope I help you guys out the very best that I can. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with Litecoin here. So hope I didn't keep you too long, guys. I appreciate you being here with me. God bless you all.